Hey, it's Dan, and in this video I want to talk about whether interest rates are going to come down again and how rents are going to go up. Hey, it's Dan, I hope you're well. So Monday morning, off on to CrossFit. Let's talk about whether interest rates are going to go down and why rents are going to continue to go up. So first up, interest rates. What do you think? They're going to go up, they're going to go down. Rishi is praying. I don't know what his plan is. He doesn't really have a plan, does he? But he's hoping he's going to halve inflation. He's got these 5 things that he thinks he's going to do. He's not going to do any of them because he's useless. And he's not really into helping people. He's just into helping himself, let's face it. So, I mean, that's not, it's not anything that's not overly obvious there when you're talking about this government. But interest rates, like, are they going to come down? Nah, have a heck. Even if even if inflation came down to say 5%, which is nowhere near 5% at the moment. I mean, they're fake the figures anyway, but we know it's nowhere near 5%. But let's say it got it down to 5%. Well done, Rishi. 5% is still double and a bit what the Bank of England have for their targets. They have like 2% for their targets. So even if inflation comes down to 5%, interest rate rises may slow. But the interest rate is not going to come down. It's not going to come down for a couple of years. And I know as a property investor, I'm hoping and praying that interest rates come back down because it's absolutely decimating the portfolio. There's no profits in the portfolio to come because the interest rate's going to keep on going up and up and up, and obviously with Section 24 tax and all of that kind of thing. Now, that then leads me on to what's going to happen with rents. So just wait until we get to the next tax return for buy-to-let investors next year, and just wait and see what the fallout is going to be on these interest rate rises with Section 24. You've now got a whole ton of landlords who've got profits being taxed, not even profits, but rent being taxed at a very high level, being pushed into the 40% figure, and they're having to push up their rents, but they can only push up rents so quickly. They can't go from 500 to 1,000. We have to go from 500 to 600 to 750 to 795 to 850 to 950, and that takes a period of time. And so this is what blows my mind, is that the rent increases that we're seeing is nothing compared to what we've got coming. And no one seems to be talking about this, no one seems to recognise it, it's not in the property press, nobody seems to be talking about it. I mean, we had a flat that was on at 595 18 months ago that's now going out at 750. In fact, did we just rent it at 795? I think 795. That's a 25% increase in 18 months. Oh, but inflation's only 9%. Bullshit. Absolute codswallop. And you know what? In another 12 months, that'll be 895 on a studio apartment in Leeds city centre that 4 or 5 years ago you get 500, 550 for. And rents are shooting up that quickly. And so these two things combined, obviously, one affects the other. But ultimately, it's going to affect tenants. And people go, oh yeah, but rents can't keep going up forever. Of course it can. It just means the people at the bottom end end up homeless. And the people at the top end in 2 beds are moving into 1 beds. I mean, we've got a 1-bed flat right now that we're trying to rent out in Bradford, where we'd get like 395 on that. That's going out at 495, okay? In the last 15 months, it's gone up that much. And then with that one, we've got families trying to move into this 1-bed flat. Mum and dad, 2 kids. It's a 1-bed flat. We've got a lot of families trying to move into very, very small. And so people that could afford 2-3 bedroom properties are having to move into these little studio apartments or these 1-bed apartments, and people in the 1-bed apartments are going into HMOs. That's where we are, folks. It's shockingly bad, and nobody ever seems to talk about it. Anyway, we're here at CrossFit, so we'll catch up with you soon. Have a good one.